Hello, my Scrappy friends. It is Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters, and thank you for joining me for a Confessions of a Paper Addict design team layout. Now, for this layout, I am using the super versatile pie chart cut file that was released this month, and I love it. I just think there are so many options for this cut file, and it's not sort of specific to a theme. It is just so user-friendly. So I've pulled out the Bro & Co collection to sort of be the main collection that I'm using today, but I am also going to incorporate a few another papers, which are the Carta Bella papers toy box, I think it's called. That is the papers, they are the papers that I use to actually back my pie chart here, which you can see now. And you can also see that two of my photos I have also put into the pie chart pieces. So I really love the way this is just such a nice way to use a whole bunch of different pattern papers, get some color on your page, show off that collection a little bit more, pull in the colors that work really well with your photos, and I just think it's, super, super fun. I'm using the ephemera, both of the ephemera packs in this collection, in the Bro & Co collection, the journaling pieces as well as the actual bits and pieces ephemera pack. And I'm just having a play around with some different clusters. So basically what I did here is I didn't actually pre-plan this one as much as I usually do. I just went through the kit, through the ephemera pack, and pulled out the things that I liked and the things that I thought were the right sentiment and were the right mood and feel for this layout. After I'd done that, I had a little pile of things I would like to use. I then looked through those piles and kind of divided them up into little groups that would therefore build my clusters. And within those little groups, I was making sure I kind of had similar type items of one of each in each cluster. So I wanted to have something to sort of base that item on. So a bit of a journaling tag or a circle or something like that that could be the builder. I liked the idea of having a word sentiment, so I included that. I then, of course, didn't want it to be too word heavy, so I made sure I had some kind of image or some kind of thing that kind of matched the theme of my layout but would also help support that cluster. And so I divided up my bits and pieces of ephemera into those kind of groupings, and I ended up creating 4 little bunches. So I'm going to put 4 clusters onto my page. That one that I've just spent this time doing now is absolutely my biggest, but I really loved the banner and I really wanted to get it on the page. So I am going ahead to do that. And then I'm kind of putting my other clusters next to each of the photos inside the pie chart. The idea of that is to help draw your eye around the page, because I don't want you to miss those photos. The page is a little bit busy, the pattern papers are a little bit busy, the background paper is a little bit busy. There is quite a lot going on. So I just wanted to make sure by having those clusters there, it's sort of forcing you to have a look around the page and just make sure you don't miss anything that helps to tell the story about what's going on. This was a really fun day. I decided to pick up Tom early from daycare, and he could come with me to pick up Jack from school. Usually I do it the other way around because we always have a play after school, and usually I just have a play with Jack, so it's a bit of mummy and Jack time. But this particular day I just decided to get Tom early, and we went to the skate park. I wasn't really sure what Thomas was going to do while we were at the skate park. He's only 3, so to me he's still a bit little, and I was worried about what he would do. Normally I would, if I knew he was going to have a turn on the skate park, I would have had him in I made Jack start off with knee pads and arm pads and wrist pads and all those things until he'd gained a little bit of confidence and knew he wasn't going to fall straight away. But I didn't bring any of that with Thomas because I was sure that he wasn't going to have a turn. Well, little did I know, this kid who barely scooters just took off around the skate park and had an amazing time. He only went down this one ramp once. I think it was a little bit scary for him. but he did amazing. But he just had so much fun just scooting round and round in circles. So it was actually really, really cute. So that was nice. So as you can see, I've built up my other 3 clusters. So I've got 4 in total. I also pulled some of the foam stickers off the thicker sheet to add a little pop of dimension. And I absolutely adore when these stickers are on see-through sheets, because that way I can move them and carry them and like trial them out in different places on my layouts until I find the right place to put it. Because I actually had always intended on putting my title sort of along the banner. That's why I had the banner there. But when I tested out the different words that could potentially be used, the U rock just looked so cool going diagonally across the pie chart center. So I am so grateful that they have them on see-through plastic so that you can sort of do that. I just love the way this layout came together. I think it's really, really fun. I think having those toy box papers just adds a pop of junior kiddiness to this more grown-up collection, and I really just love it. I do need to quickly remind you before I finish up today to check that description box down below so you can get a link to this specific cut file as well as a link to the COAPA Etsy shop. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you all again soon. Bye.